What's up, everybody? Welcome to Dice House from their DCUO commentary. Bringing this video here today, I want to talk about a few things. First of all, this match here we're going to watch here is a little 4v4 League versus League action. Actually, had 3 of these matches. We did like all 4 4v4 maps for regular arenas that we can get into. Had a lot of fun. I won't ruin any of the matches for you. I'll let you guys sit here and watch and all that and enjoy. It was nice run 4v4s though. I'm going to tell you, I enjoy 4v4s a lot more than I do 5v5s. 5v5s is fun and everything like that, but 4v4s is a lot more exciting. It's a little bit more intense because I mean you're not basically sitting there trying to wear down the other team or anything like that, which is basically what 5s has turned into these days with the immunities and all that stuff. It's actually more of a, who can get the first kill in, right off the bat, because that's right there, that puts you at an advantage. As you can see right here, I'm running with a damage supercharge this time around. It's a lot of fun. It's a fun match and all that. I promise you guys are going to enjoy all 3 of these matches that we did here. Tactics change up and all that, switching around and everything. I mean, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. I love 4s. I'm really looking forward and hoping that we get the Temple of Ices 4v4 map soon for arenas. I think that would be an awesome 4s map for us to have. I still want my Owen signed cells and the FOS 3 map for Team Deathmatch 2 for 4v4 and 5v5. But we already got Temple of Ices in the game as a Legends map. Let's go ahead and let's do that little push there and get it in for regular arenas too. That would be awesome. Love to see it. Main thing I wanted to talk about during this video though was the fact that yesterday you guys saw me. I posted our first matchup for the DCO Fight Club season, where me and the other guys in the replacements group 2 went up against the dojo, had a good match and all that. Unfortunate, one of their guys disconnected halfway through it, but I mean, it's DCO, that happens, and it sucks, but it happens. But I mean, some things have come down past couple of days. Everybody's been talking about it. I always wanted to bring this to the attention of everybody who is participating in the season, mainly because I think this is something that a lot of people didn't catch. I mean, it's something obvious that a lot of people obviously didn't catch. But it got brought up and kind of came to a head a little bit last night. I mean, from my understanding, things have been altered and and fixed and everything and adjusted so that this situation isn't happening anymore. But and I'm not going to call out any names. All right, I'm going to be very careful this time around. I'm not calling out any names, but the majority of the people know who I'm talking about, and those of you who are involved know who you are. So I'm just going to leave it at that. Basically, the way it worked out was, I mean, there's a rule in there right now, and I understand why this rule was made. But there's a rule in there right now that, for as far as subs are concerned, for each team. I mean, each team's allowed to have as many subs as possible, as far as I can tell. There's some teams on there with more subs than they got people on their main roster, I think. But there's a rule in there for you can have 2 subs per match, okay, on your main team, your main lineup for your team. Which is fine. I totally agree with having that, because somebody may not be able to get on at a certain time to do the match, because these matches are supposed to take place on Thursday and Friday unless both teams agree to do it on a later date. But right now the way it is the way it's set up is you cannot sub for a team if you're starting for another team. But each team is allowed to have 2 subs. Well, the way it's worked out right now, people have found this little loophole where they've listed people on the main rosters for each team. Say like a league's got 2 teams in there. They've listed on their starting roster for their both their teams that people who either we all know aren't going to be starting or don't even play the game anymore. in one aspect, in one one respect at least. And then they've put two people as subs for those teams that majority of people know are going to be actual starters. They're definitely going to be playing every match for both those teams. And in one case, there's an individual who is playing, or was, from my understanding, it's been fixed, it's been corrected, but he was subbing for 4 different teams. He had villain subbing for 2 teams and a hero subbing for 2 teams. Same leagues, of course, but it just seemed a little bit unfair and ridiculous, And some people, told me, saying, they saw that loophole, they noticed it and all that, and we, had come up that we might even do it with replacements with one of our members. Have instead of him starting for one of the teams to just be a sub for both teams, and he just would start start for both teams. But that we decided against that because it's cheesy and it's douchey and it's exploiting a loophole in the system, in the rules. Now, granted, yeah, okay, the loophole's there and all that. And I've been told, specifically by the individual who came up with these rules, that the loophole's there. People have known about it. We should take advantage of it too. Well, I'm sorry, but in my opinion, all right, loopholes in rules are not there to be exploited nor encouraged to be exploited. They should not be encouraged to be exploited. They're there to be fixed. They should be fixed. Period. Now the season's already started, so it's too late to fix this situation here. But from my understanding, there is a kind of position being made, or an idea being thrown out there, of the finalized rosters. All right, are not due in until the season 4. I'm sorry, week 4. So the rosters are fine. You can move. Everybody can adjust their rosters up until season 4, week 4. I keep saying season 4, up until week 4. All right, when week 4 is when all the rosters have to be finalized. So anybody who you list as a starter and as a sub, those are your starters, those are your subs, and a story and a discussion. But it's been brought up that as an idea that for the finals coming up. Because what they're doing is it's going to be we're going to have the season. I guess they're tallying up wins and scores and everything like that to see who gets into the actual finals tournament at the end of the season, and it's going to be a best of 3. There's going to be a wild card match, I believe, between all the different divisions and everything like that. But but it's been discussed and ideas been thrown out there that the whatever league or whatever team makes it into the finals, all right, that the rule be adjusted for the finals, that the teams can fight any day of the week and all that, as a convenience for everybody and all that, so that everybody can make sure that the starters are on. But whoever you list as a starter has to be in that match, no subs. I tend to agree with that. And fully support that idea. Simply because it would really change up the way people are treating this and taking advantage of this loophole in this rule set right now. Because, like I said, there was nothing keeping a certain one individual from playing for 4 teams, 4 total teams, 2 on the hero side, 2 on the villain side. It was. And like I said, as far as I know, that's been fixed. But I'm curious. I wanted to bring this to everybody's attention because, I didn't see it until Thursday night after our match. Because honestly, I'll admit, I was not going to be actually starting for Group 2. So I didn't really pay that close of attention to the rules. I just knew this was getting ready to go on and everything like that. You can ask Carlos. I didn't even know that we weren't allowed using pet trinkets in the tournament until the day of, because I was going to bust out my servo in there. But it worked out better for us anyways. Me using the consumable I got instead. But I wanted to bring this to everybody's attention, and everybody who might be watching my videos, who is playing in the season. I wanted to bring this all to your attention because this is kind of an unfair advantage because not so much that these groups are, these individuals have are going to have a more than one chance to win it, but also it's just there would honestly, my opinion is there would be some teams, all right, on this roster right now that would not be able to put in 2 teams into this because of the simple fact that you can't if you didn't have this whole sub thing going on. It's been discussed though for the next season if it happens, which I do hope it does. That the rule for how many characters you have in the season registered in the season is you can have one or you can have 2 characters, 2 tunes registered for this. This was my idea at least. 2 tunes registered for the season. One of them has to be a starter. The other one can sub for for 2 teams, and that's it. But that was my idea for it. It's just I don't know. It's like I said. We talked. I guess it'd been talked about prior to the season starting about doing that with our 2 teams that we've got for the replacements that are in the season and all that. It was discussed and all that, but it was decided against because it was kind of a douchebag thing to do. But at the same time, I don't know. I don't understand why people would. But it's by no means just because these 2 2 or just one individual. That doesn't guarantee that both teams are going to win just because of 1 or 2 people subbing in for those groups. But it's still an unfair advantage because in one case, that gives one person 4 chances to win. All right, and it's not like we're just winning recognition this time around. There's actual a prize involved in this for everybody on the winning team. So I don't know. I'm curious what you guys think. Like I said, I wanted to make this video and bring it to y'all's attention to everybody that's playing in the season. I'm curious what everybody who's not participating in the season, what you guys think of this too. There's a lot of ideas were thrown around. Like I said, though, it's too late to change the rules because the season started. Can't really do that. It's too late to make people, change up their, subs and who's subbing for them or anything like that. I guess I don't know. My understanding, the whole person playing for 4 teams team was taken care of. Even though I'm looking at the roster right now as I record this, and he's still subbing for all 4 teams. But I don't know. It just seems cheap. It just seems cheap. If you didn't have, my opinion is, if you didn't have enough people that you thought were good enough to participate for your league, all right, to put 2 teams in, then you shouldn't have put 2 teams in. That's just basically the way I feel. Why? I'm not calling out any names, but why you guys felt the need to exploit this loophole? It's retarded. It's retarded. There's days when I got respect for you guys and I see what y'all are doing and all that with PvP and all that and trying to expand and grow the community and shit. But then there's other days when I see shit like this that y'all pull and it just disgusts me. You guys are pathetic. It's just straight out freaking pathetic that you would go to these lengths just to make sure that you had an extra chance to win. Just to make sure that your league had 2 groups in there, so you could have be considered the best in at PvP in this game. Come on, man, come on. I'm going to keep going out, plugging out this season, and everything with my team. All right, we're not going to abuse this loophole, or take advantage of it because it's just scummy. I encourage anybody else participating in this season not to take advantage of this loophole, and I also encourage you guys to get behind the small little movement or opinion that a lot of people are sharing that finalized rosters after week 4, the starters have to participate in the finals, or that's a forfeit. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I can't see the time on this match, but I'm pretty sure. Yep, there it is. It's over. It was a good fight, though. League versus League is always fun because when we get out and we have a good laugh afterwards. A couple of funny things happen in the next 2 videos. You guys definitely want to check those out when I get them posted up for y'all. But yeah, like I said, let me know what you guys think in the comments below about this whole situation, this whole freaking mess. I'm curious what y'all think. If you liked the video, please do so by giving it a thumbs up. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe. Until next time, y'all take care. Bye.